now, even if the $5,000's worth it, because Baxter puts the stunner on him. This could do it. He pinned him.
Oh,
hey, look out.
Lights are...
What's going on? Hey, look out.
Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette. Cornette shows up with that tennis racket.
What is this?
Hey, come on.
Looks like everybody's trying to collect $5,000 here today.
I know. The referee's calling for the bell.
Brandon Baxter.
James E. Cornette, not even scheduled to be here today, shows up on the Power Hour. Here comes Alan Steele out. C.B. Wyatt nails him with those nunchucks. There's Robbie D. They knock Robbie out.
He was nailed by Derrick King as he tried to get up on the ring apron.
Hey,
meanwhile,
come on.
Cornette is jumping up and down on Brandon Baxter. He really blasted him with that tennis racket, and again he nails him. He got him right in the head one time, yeah. Now choking him.
Yeah, Cornette thinks he's Andre Agassi or somebody, I guess, with that tennis racket. He's putting it on Brandon Baxter.
Except Agassi doesn't choke people with his.
No, he doesn't. He plays by the rules, unlike Cornette's doing in here. Robbie D. finally, here comes some help. Randy sends out Kurt Angle and Whoopie D. Whoopie with the hubcap, and the hubcap a little too much for that tennis racket, and Cornette takes off.
Now trying to get a 10 to Brandon here. Brandon not looking too good.
No, just an attack on Brandon
by Jim Cornette. He shouldn't even be anywhere around here.
No,
there he is, James E. Cornette. I think most of you wrestling fans know him. Randy and the other guys attending to Brandon. Brandon,
I'm going to go up and see.
He doesn't look to be in good shape at all. Corey, you're going to... Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's just take a break. Take care of Brandon, and then we'll be back.
Power Pro Wrestling is sponsored by Bill Blake Auto Insurance.
Celebrate the confidence and peace of mind of 5-star safety. Celebrate by making the one.
And then I'll get you 3 dozen.
Sometimes in life, it takes desperate measures. Tonight is one of those nights. Power Pro superstars have made the new Daisy Theater on Beale Street. It's 10 men battling for survival and $10,000 in a 12-foot steel cage. The undefeated Olympian and current Power Pro champion Kurt Angle defend his title against sensational Steve Bradley. Dangerous Doug Gilbert faces a mystery challenge. Wolfie D and Kid Wicked collide in a street fight match. Also, see stretcher matches, hardcore matches, Chris Cannonballs return, Nick Tierney, Glenn Kulka, Derrick King, and more. It's survival in a cage. It's desperate measures tonight. Power Pro Wrestling. The new Daisy Theater. Tickets $5, $8, $10 on sale now at the new Daisy Theater.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want to bring anybody out here while he's out here ranting and raving like this. Come on, Cornette. Just take it right on out of here, if you don't mind. Just take it right on out of here.
Wait a minute. Why don't I just talk to you for a minute, Dave? I'm sorry. I'm sweating. I have a little work to attend to. Look at this, first of all.
Yeah.
That stinking punk bit. Can you get a shot of that, you idiot? He bit my tennis racket with his big, ugly granite head. That stinking punk Brandon Baxter. You know something? There is a bunch of incompetence down here. Nobody, I mean nobody, has been able to collect the $5,000 that I put on that stinking punk's head.
You're the one that did it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, baby. $5,000 to Jim Cornette. He doesn't like to come down and get his hands dirty, you see. But I had to because I had no other choice. Because a couple of guys tried, they couldn't get it done, and the other ones that were supposed to chickened out, didn't try at all. Well, let me tell you something, Brandon Baxter. I get what I pay for. And if I can't, then I'll come down and do it myself like I just did. I don't think you're going to be walking around Memphis, walking around Power Pro Wrestling anymore, because I dinged your head, and I choked you out, and I kicked the bejesus out of you. And Brandon Baxter, the reason for it is because you remember Dave Brown just as well as everybody out there does. See, when I came down here in February to Power Pro Wrestling, I got in a match with Brandon Baxter due to the request of my good friend Randy Hales, and Brandon Baxter knocked my front tooth out right here.
Yeah, but he didn't intend to, for heaven's sake. That was an accident, and then you come down here putting a bounty on
He
it.
drew his fist back, he punched me in the mouth and knocked my tooth out. If that was an accident, then so was the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And I'm going to tell you something, Baxter. Nobody gets one over on Jim Cornette. You caused me a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of embarrassment. And so I'm going to cost you real dear. I'm going to cost you your career. But you see, the reason why I'm here in person today of all days is because finally I have realized that my quest to get a hold of that welcher, that cheat, that con man, that backstabbing turncoat Randy Hales is not going to work unless I confront him in person. Because you see, when I was down here in February, I sat down with Randy Hales and I said, Randy, you're sitting on top of a gold mine, but being as you're from Jonesboro, Arkansas, you're a redneck hillbilly, you don't know how to take advantage of it. If you and me join forces, I told Randy, I said, with my financial backing, my connections in this business, my intelligence, my experience, and your ability to type, we could be a great team. We could be a great team. We could have the greatest wrestling promotion of all time, manage a huge stable of wrestlers. And Randy Hales told me, Jim Cornette, I'll go for it. I'll give you 50%.
I find that hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe that you're only 75 years old and you look as bad as you do. But Randy Hales told me he was going to give me 50% of Power Pro Wrestling if I came down here and showed him what to do. Because after all, what is Randy Hales, huh? What is he really?
He's the owner, the founder, and the very successful president of Power Pro Wrestling.
What he is a redneck hillbilly from Jonesboro, Arkansas, with an Adam's apple as big as a basketball. He buys his clothes at Kmart, and he doesn't have a... Shut up. And he doesn't have a clue about how to run a wrestling company, but I do. And Randy Hales, I got news for you. A big international star such as myself don't like being jerked around. As a matter of fact, you realize I'm not only a national star, I'm a worldwide star. They sell dolls of me at Walmart, for Christ's sake. And I'm sick and tired, Randy Hales, of you ignoring my cards, my letters, my phone calls, my FedExes, my faxes. So I have come here today to get what's
where
right.
all those came from, too. The phone calls on the air and the FedEx package.
My God, Dr. Watson, watch out. This man has a firm grasp for the obvious. We'd have a nice conversation if you just stand there and hold a microphone. I came to get what is rightfully mine, Randy Hales. 50% of this company I moved from Connecticut back to my home in Louisville, Kentucky, just so that I'd be closer to show you what to do. To show you, you Arkansas simpleton, how to run a company, how to deal with wrestlers, how to deal with talent. So, Randy Hales, you may be able to ignore me when I send messengers, but I've come here in person, and I want you out here right now. I want you skinny, long, tall, stick man, drink of water, and that Adam's apple that sticks out like that, to come out here in your cheap clothes and
Here's Randy right here, and a mighty fine...
Brandon, I wasn't avoiding you. You owe me. I'm in your face right now, Cornette.
Oh, you are?
Hey, come on. Hey, come on.
Let me tell you something. Now, you talk a lot, Cornette. You talk a lot. Let me tell you something right now, Cornette. I want you to know this. You come out here and it's 14 after, and the problem that you made for this TV is the biggest problem you had in your whole life. You won't shut up. You're stinking out. That's why. Let me tell you something. You said how you were brilliant. Let's go back to 92. Because you could talk yourself into it, they hired you, Jim Hurt or somebody, the WCW Creative Committee. Well, you couldn't keep your mouth shut, you couldn't get along, and they fired you. They fired you. Then you caught somebody out of $1 million, and you opened up Smoky Mountain Wrestling, and after you lost all his money, Cornette, then you know what happened? You shut it down.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Genius. So what you're saying is, because you don't have $1 million, you pay your stinking wrestlers off in chickens and grass seed around here, you hillbilly.
Then, after you bankrupted that company, what happened, Cornette? You went to the WWF. You talked McMahon into hiring you. You couldn't get along with Bruce. You couldn't really get along with JR. You couldn't get along with Russo or any of them. And now you're butt back in Louisville because they wouldn't do your stuff. Let me tell you something. The bottom line is, Cornette, I said I'd let you hear as the manager, but I've seen the light. Let me tell you something. Whatever I have, I work my own. If this company loses money, I lose money, not anybody else. If the company makes
Well,
money...
I got news for you. Wearing this that you probably come up with at a garage sale, you can't afford to lose $5. But I'll tell you something. I couldn't get along with people because I'm a genius. And they wouldn't listen to me. Just like you're not listening to me.
If you were my
I
partner,
could go
we'd be
out
out
here.
of business.
I could go out here and grab somebody out of the audience to run a better wrestling company than you. What you want is you want to sit down here in Hickland in Memphis with all of these
That's another thing.
all
You
these
started
rednecks.
in Memphis. You went to Louisiana. You went all over the world. Now you think you can come back after we've all, including you, Dayton, and you sweated blood, sweat, and tears. You just take 50%, me give it to you. You're crazy as hell.
Pardon me.
You're crazy as hell, Cornette.
Yeah, see,
You're crazy as hell.
wait a minute. I started in Memphis, and I was the only one to make it. I left because I was the only one with the ability and the talent to get over somewhere and make $1 million while you stayed here. And I'm going to tell you something, Randy, and I want you to listen real good. No violence, no raised voice. Here's the deal, man. I want 50% of this company like you promised me, or elsewise, I'm going to take 100%. Because I'm going to sign up everybody that means a thing, and I'm going to be calling the shots, and you, local yokel, are going to be back serving Slurpees at a 7-Eleven in Jonesboro or slinging a strawberry sundaes at the Steak and Shake. Because Jim Cornette, I will see to it. I promise you.
Hey, let me tell you this. We're late on time. Before you get a part of this company, I'll be a dead man, and that ain't going to happen. You'll have to get this company over my dead body, you...
That's very agreeable to me. That's very agreeable to me.
Okay, let's take a break.